Hey Sunshine, Treacherous 3, you already know what it is. All the independent artists, y'all need to get with the program.
In the building. Yeah, you see her hands.
You'll get it started. It's celebrity tonight. It's celebrity tonight.
iAS Live Music Review. We are live with you on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We've got Ladybug in the building.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we go. This is all about you, so let's just get into it, right? So what do we have tonight?
Okay, it's called Let It Go. Jason Johnson. I don't know what the album is. Genre is not written, but it says Let It Go. So
Let it go.
Let's
Running
see
out of time.
how it goes.
Let it go.
Days of doing things my way instead of doing things your way. Heading to a dead end highway. But these are the words I ain't gotta say. Releasing, let it go. Releasing, let it go. Releasing, let it go. Releasing, let it go. The weather's a clear sign of warfare, and many still falling on deaf's ear. The valid point that I state here, whenever the clouds cry, you start to feel God's tears.
Jason Johnson, tell us if you like it, love it or lose it.
The death, the smells in the air, not hard to tell, but my vision not smeared. I refuse to fail God to another, yeah. And only one head talking, enough is enough when you're sick and tired of falling. No more repeating the past.
Alright, Jason Johnson, let it go. Let it go. Let us know if you like it, love it, or lose it. Call us, 347-920-3842. What did you think about that, Ladybug?
Let me tell you something. You letting it go. You got Christ in your life. It's all good. Sister Jackson's feeling it tonight. But you don't want to hear gospel, just modern gospel. You know what I'm saying? But I like that whole thing.
But he wasn't gospel.
He said fair, let it go. What is that, man?
Remember, we didn't know the genre.
Yeah, that's true, but
You
I
were
heard
still
fear God.
Oh, well, you did.
You did fear God. You know what I'm saying?
He did. He did.
Rapping for the big J, man.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You gonna keep it moving, man.
iAS Live Music Review. I'm your host,
2 holy
WBIKZ.
songs in a row.
Were they holy?
Yeah, they were holy.
The first one you are going getting into with
Struggle Bill.
yeah.
You know, I had some struggle bills.
EBT. Eat Better Thursday.
Eat better tonight. Tuesday, man. EBT over with government cheese.
All right.
It's not government.
So we're gonna
government.
Government.
Yeah.
It's the government. All right. Let's get to the next song.
Okay, moving right along.
Thank you.
The name of the song is called "What the Play." I am Keynotes. No album, no genre. Let's see if he's.
Do we know where he's from? Did they leave an email? Did they leave a Gmail? Did they say that they were on Instagram or something?
From Kansas.
Okay. All right. Well, I like the intro so far.
Yep, let's see. Let's see.
Absolutely.
Let's spread the rip.
All right. That's about to go down. It better. So cool.
Steph Curry on the wrist, Mayweather on the fist. I've been drinking all night, yeah. Call a Uber, I ain't never been a bitch.
Okay.
Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
hallelujah, hallelujah. I feel like ain't no one after me. These niggas shit.
Do you have the music before I play?
No, that's the God. That's what.
Come throw a stack with me, nigga. I never sleep like I was made at a factory, like I was made with a battery, like I had somewhere I had to be straight to the back of the wheel.
What about that?
Your girl said she bad at 15. Living the dream with the rest of my faculty, talking that shit to get back to me. These niggas raggedy, they swagger jacking me, they put it up to the back.
This is Keynotes.
Jump in the back.
What the play? What the play?
Round on the wrist, whole team got a stare. Build a house with a baby, yeah. Watch a nigga get rich. Catch me out with a bad bitch. Every night we get lit. Yeah, nigga, I'm the shit. And my toilet paper dick. I don't really fuck with none of y'all, man. I can't.
Alright.
I just need to see my money, y'all.
I like it. Okay. I like it. I just want the clean version. There's too many niggas and shits. No, I like the clean version.
I think he smoked medical marijuana. I think the medical one. That's the one that's clean. I don't know, man.
I don't know. He did a lot of cursing in it. I thought if he did.
Those are Christians, so.
He did say hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah. So he went holy to unholy real quick. Okay? You know, they go Come right on out. Unholy all week. Okay? Yes. All right. So we got Sunday Flowers, Shamar joint.
Yay.
All right. Give him a shout out. IG Love in the building. Yes.
We'll move it right along. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. The song is called "I Wanna Fall in Love." The name of the artist is Isaac. ISAK. The singles code is indie rock. So it gets this.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
independent rock.
I like it.
Horses.
And grass.
My crushes and it's hurting me, it's hurting me.
Okay.
Telling her all my feelings and it's not worth it, it's not worth it.
All right, that's Lion King type status right here. Right? iAS Live Music Review, live and direct. Submit your music to iAS Music Submit at gmail.com.
Here I am, I'm dedicated to find someone to love, 'cause
To rub your hands, you come out with shit like this.
You can hit us up at iasmusicsubmit@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on icreupre.com, ias-tv.
Let's go.
Keep it moving right
So
along.
let's get to the next track.
Okay, next song is called Boss Lady Don't I Told. Boss Lady Don't.
Boss Lady Dawn I
Boss
know.
Lady D Don't I know what.
Boss Lady.
Now if I wasn't getting money, would these fake ass bitches stay the fuck around me? No. And if I wasn't getting money, would these fuck niggas know anything about me? No. I got my back against the wall, don't these niggas don't know. I got my back against the wall, don't these bitches don't know. I got my back against the wall, don't these niggas don't know. I got my back against the wall, don't these bitches don't know. Only girl I trust won't say what one I close.
I think the vocals could be better. They're not good. She has some good melodies.
Every city on line, but I ain't right on the stove.
The vocals ain't. Yeah, that music is only powerful. Yeah, I like the drums in the back. This is the iAS Live Music Review. We're live listening to Boss Lady Dawn I Love. Tell us if you like your level of music. 347-920-3842. Alright.
Started from the bottom, now I'm
She started from the bottom. Okay.
And we're all here. We're all here at the iAS Live Music Review. A lady, a bug in the building. All right? Celebrity guests coming up. And listen, you might want to get your pen and your pad, maybe a crayon. I don't know what you write with. If you're an artist, a real artist, a paintbrush artist, get your palette, some brushes, anything to take notes. Because tonight you might really want to take notes, okay, to help you and your career, push it a little forward, right? Get some inside advice, some inside suggestions, and some tips, okay?
And help.
So, help? I don't know. You got to start with self first. Can't nobody help you if you ain't willing to help yourself, okay? And it starts with getting the pen or the paper or the crayon or the whatever it is that you write with, all right? This is the iAS Live Music Review. Let's get to one more track, and then we're going to bring our celebrity guest in. So that gives you time to go do what you need to do. But just keep tuned in with us. Don't go nowhere. Just go get a pen or a pencil,
Some
stencil,
some writing
chalk.
edifice, chalk.
I know an artist that does pictures with ash.
Yeah.
Like pictures. He's like, oh, that's right. All right, so who we got next?
Okay, moving right along is the name of the song is called Universal, and there's nothing behind it. No artist name, No album, no genre, so I'm just gonna
All right.
call Universal.
It's tag. You got the name, what album it comes from, what genre it is, and who it is. They all need to learn to do that.
I guess Universal is so confident they at bomb.com.
I guess it's Universal.
They don't have to put their name.
I guess.
They're just smooth like that.
Caminando, dame mano, mira gente diablo, ya tú sabes dato. Boricua, moreno, no me encanta cuando no hace nada. Uptown girls better wind up your waist, so my downtown girls better wind up your waist. Girl, better wind up your waist. All these bitches around me are jealous, all these niggas around me are jealous. Pulled up like a boss on time, they ain't even have a bike, and these niggas ride mine. I do it for my people. Chillin' out in Philly cause I got a big ego. Don't be at a stripper cause I'm feeling so single.
Universal, it's a star.
From the intro. I ain't got time for the radio hype. Generalize, I've been hearing stereotypes. Walking strong, walking tall, so you better stepson. You ain't even a brother, you my mother's stepson. Straight from the boogie and I got a rep son. All you haters feeling salty, give them some.
All right.
Okay.
So. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, because I know what you're going to say. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know.
Okay, I hear a lot-
felt it.
I hear
Say it.
a lot
Say
of
it.
clout chasing tonight.
Say it. Say it.
You sound like
Does
niggas
it sound
alive.
sticky?
Yeah.
Yes. It's real sticky.
She sounds like-
Shifty.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on now.
Yeah, a lot of clout chasing tonight.
You know. Now I will say this. It's okay to pay homage to a line, maybe 2 bars.
But
Right?
then,
Three-
whole damn
I mean,
song?
come on now. That was half. I mean, come on.
It's a lot of
Come
clout
on.
chasing
Be
tonight.
you. Do you. Do you. Ain't nobody like you.
They should have put the artist's name as Barbie. That's what they should have put.
You know.
I mean, Nicki Minaj, and the other one too. It sound like Drake's talking from the bottom of here. But the other one, I'm like that. You know what?
But did she leave her name?
Hell no, because I had
She didn't leave her name too?
Yeah, because she don't wear these suits.
Johnny Sunshine, Treacherous 3, you already know what it is. All the independent artists, y'all need to get with the program. iAS Music.
Hey! She made me feel like she's my best friend.
Is review music from artists worldwide. We ask all of our viewers to like, love it, or lose it.
Get him, Tiger.
It's imagination.
That was cute. Oh, thank you. Welcome back.
Wash your hands and rub your hands. You come out with shit like this.
You can hit us up at iasmusicsubmit@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on icreupre.com, ias-tv. Trust and believe. I'm sure. Tonight is the night. All right, Kevin. Please tell these people what it is you do.
I'm still trying to figure that out. but
What don't you do?
for the meantime, right now, I've been in the music industry all my life as well. As a young man growing up in the inner cities, and the outlet being the culture of hip hop was prominent in where we lived at. So, as a young man, I got into the industry really early. Wanting to be a rapper, of course. And throughout the years, doing that, being in groups and situations.
How many groups?
Oh my goodness.
Did you ever go solo from group to group to group to solo back to group?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
One thing I learned about this industry is seeking information though. At an early age, I was always curious about how do I get myself to the next level in the industry with the people that I saw back then. I remember when the first rap record really came out. Sugar Hill Gang was the first song that actually for the world to see. I know we were rapping, you know, in the parks in New York a lot before that, but
it propelled the movement.
Yeah, Sugar Hill was actually one of the first to put it on record and actually bring it out there so that we would have a culture that we will be able to get into. And from that, you know, I wondered how did Sugar Hill Gang, how did they get a record deal? How did that happen? So throughout the years, I would look on the back of the cassettes, and I would look at the address. I would go inside the tape, inside the package, and look, how do I get to these labels? Like, so I would actually, like, believe it or not, I would try to call up the label, and you know, like I said, you got one opportunity to make a good impression, a first impression on anything or anyone. So when you do submit something, you definitely want to make sure all your information is available for someone to be able to get a hold of. And like I said, for myself, I always want to know that information.
Right.
I always wanted to know that information. How do I do it? What do I need? What are the steps I need to take to get myself to a place where I'm going to get noticed? Everyone started somewhere, and even if you listen to like the top people, they started somewhere.
And everybody has to maintain.
Right.
So even if your passion is not paying the bills, you have to pay the bills and still pursue your passion. So don't, you know.
It's a grind. It's a constant grind.
Yes.
I said the only thing we don't grind is when we in the coffin. Other than that, we got to stay on the grind. So, but you know, doing that for so long, I realized that in that industry, a lot of times back in the day, you remember when you would get a contact with a label, they would say, send your demo. They would say, send your demo, and it would go in a box, a big box, and in a period of time, the A&Rs would go through that box, start grabbing out stuff and listening to it. And if you were lucky enough to be at the top of the pile and somewhere in the pile, and they listened to it and they liked what you had, they would give you a deal.
Or if your packaging was really stood out than your competition, again, that goes into promotion and marketing. If that packaging stood out, then yeah, that's what they, you know, geared to first.
Listen, you're absolutely correct with that, because through the years of when I started out doing it, sending my demos and just put my basic information on it, you go in a box with everybody else, so you look like every other tape that get there. So we started a group back in the days called Colorblind.
Okay.
And what we found out is, in order to be different, is you have to have something different.
Absolutely.
So we changed the name to Native Bastards.
And it's catchy. Like, who would name it?
And we
Shock factor.
Right.
Shock factor.
And the thing about that is, there was purpose behind it. We being African American and natives of our country, of Africa, and what is someone out there with their parents? They're bastards. So we were natives of Africa, so we're bastards of our homeland.
Okay.
So
we like the meaning. We like the meaning behind it.
So but outside of that, we said we needed to have something visual so people can see. So we created these little African stick figures. And that was our little gimmick. So our T-shirts, we would have little African people, Native Bastards. And when we would submit our stuff to the labels, we would have T-shirts. We had stamps. We went and got stamps, and we would put stamps on everything, get these little stickers, and our package would look very different than everyone else. And from that, we got more attention. I don't know if you remember back in the days before Cameron became big. There was a guy named Entertainment. I know everybody. Big Un.
Yeah.
He had Cameron back in the days before Cameron became Dipset.
Yeah.
Cameron, the label offered us a deal way back in the early '90s. And at the time, as a young group, you're always thinking like, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm the one who's shining from this. He wanted us to sell our music to him, and we was like, I'm not selling. We're not selling.
You know, I was. Yep. Go ahead.
And you know, with that, I learned something real big. All those songs that he wanted to buy are still there at my house.
Yes. Please tell them what line of business you're in now, and what you have done for independent artists who are in that position where they're still so personal. It has to be them, but they're willing to at least submit stuff or get their stuff out there to a certain extent where it might hit your table. Please tell them what you're doing now for independent artists.
Well, throughout that process and my learning experience, God had bigger plans for me. He said, I'm gonna take your gift, and I'm gonna have you help others. And right now, I have an independent record label called Raise 'Em Up Records. I have a music company called Composers Media Group, where what we do is we create music for film and television. I got a distribution deal through Sony Red and The Orchard and New Day, which allowed me to now do soundtracks for motion pictures. So that's what we do now. We help artists that are up and coming, and artists that are already established. We work together with them. We do collaborations, work with major stars as well as up and coming artists to get them on a platform with artists that are known. So what we do is now we're reaching out there to anyone that's out there who has a gift and talent that want to submit. I've done stuff for BET, Netflix, Sci-Fi Channel, just every platform that you can think of. We've done stuff, and it came from just the drive and the passion to not give up. And a lot of times too, we need to stop thinking about being that star. But if you're doing what you love and you're making money for doing what you love, that's good enough. You don't have to be the Jay-Z or Beyonce, but as long as you're doing what you love and you're creating revenue for your family and doing what you love to do, that's what it's all about. And I realized that myself. My thing is, I don't care about being rich. I care about making a living doing what I love to do.
Absolutely.
And I want to encourage any artist out there, anybody out there in any field, success is all about doing. There's little different levels of it, but success, if you're doing what you do, everyone that submitted something here, they're successful because you completed something that you did. Now, wherever that goes to the next level, you just have to be persistent and stay behind that. Follow up. If you put something out, put something else behind it.
And follow up. So that means, you submitted your music to iAS Music, right? So that means you should be here live with us. That means you should be calling in. That means you should have your peoples here like, yes, I like it, I love it, or lose it. You should be calling in saying, hey, that was me. So, Ken, where can they reach you at? So when an artist wants to submit music, you have a project, and you're shopping for music. How does an artist find out about these opportunities, and how do they go about submitting for it?
Well, there's different ways, of course, through you guys. You guys.
Say that one more time.
Through
iAS.
Through iAS, absolutely.
Not the iAS.
They're a company that I've been working with now for a while, and they're amazing. So they have the direct connect. They have the direct connect to Raise 'Em Up Records.
Say that one more time. You said iAS has a direct connect
to Raise 'Em Up Records.
Okay,
and through this platform here, submit really master your craft and submit to this platform here, because this platform is going to be beneficial for your future with record labels and companies such as myself. Because a lot of us we aren't going out looking for stuff. We're just we're letting other people bring us stuff, and so we utilize that to to help these artists. And currently, just to let you guys know, we have a project that I will be taking submissions for.
Okay.
I have a project called Never Heard. It's
Never Heard.
Featuring Master P, Romeo Miller, Robin Givens, David Banner, Jacqueline Carr.
Oh wait, we gotta give a shout out to David Banner. Now, everybody say David Banner. No, he's doing things for the community. He's waking up a whole lot of sleeping zombies. So I really had to shout out.
He's a dope brother.
Absolutely.
So with these kind of projects, we're looking for the best of the best. Once again, submit through these guys. Jolie, she has what it takes to get the great, because she's only going to give me stuff that she feels is worthy of our company even listening to. So just make sure you home in and master your craft before you submit something. Make sure your joints is hot.
Or I would just like to say, submit it even if you're in your the beginning stages, because sometimes they don't have the facilities to work out of. But we've heard stuff that if they were in the right setting, they have that potential. And we have networks and outlets for them to go to and be able to suggest.
Absolutely.
So we definitely like the artists who are on top of their game, or who think they're on top of their game. Guys, this platform is for you. It really is truly for the independent artists. Whether you're at the beginning, whether you're in the middle, whether you're at the top of your craft, this platform really tells you the truth, and our people will let you know, like, love, or lose it.
What I tell people to do is just to make sure that people know that what we're doing here is real. Google Kenneth Hampton. Kenneth, KENNETHHAMPT on Google, so you can see what we're doing, so you can see that it's real. This platform that's real, that they're affiliated with. What we're doing is real. The projects that we're doing are real. BET, Netflix, Urban Movie Channel.
What was that, Supermodel?
Supermodel. We just did a project with Supermodel with Tatiana.
And I see you had some tracks laid down. Somebody's number production.
We got another project. We got another soundtrack that we'll be releasing in the next couple of weeks. From a movie that we did called No Regrets with Loretta Devine, Brian White, Monica Calhoun, and that's we just got a partnership with the Urban Movie Channel, and that's the owner of BET, the ex-owner of BET. So it's real. It's real.
The Urban Movie Channel, ladies and gentlemen. Did you get your pen? Did you get your crayon? What was it? We said ash, pencil. Did you get your markers? Did you get
even
those?
your eyeliner? Use your eyeliner.
On your phone, because you know they don't write anymore. They took penmanship out of school.
Eyeliner.
You know.
Use your phone.
All right. So Ken is gonna give you some more information. We're gonna actually play some tracks while you're in the seat.
Okay.
And you're gonna give them that live personal feedback. So now you got the ears
You're getting
right here.
truthers from an expert. You're an SME. You're a subject matter expert.
Wow. I didn't know
This is a subject matter expert.
Okay, white and that.
Hi. Hi.
All right. And the
Subject matter.
What we got? What are we playing?
Here it is again. The name of the song is called Glitch. Artist 0. Album single 0. And genre 0.
So if Ken likes it,
You're gonna be truthful. He didn't
There's
say
nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it.
exactly. All right.
Don't take it personally. Nobody know who you is.
As you can see, we've had our eye on you folks. It seems that you've been
On the Matrix.
Yeah.
And are you getting your samples cleared? Things of that nature, especially when they're choosing stuff that. It sounds fun. It sounds great.
Yeah. Whatever you think you know about this.
Glitch. Like, love it or lose it.
It's way past 30 seconds.
Yeah, but these days, the 30-second mark, unless you're an R&B artist, you know, it's like, they have to get up from the bar and walk over to the dance floor. You know, this is a whole thing, because they holding up the walls, and it takes some time, you know? Okay.
I put my mind and heart and soul to this, yeah. Mr. Aerodino, kissing 96, yeah. Homicide, suicide, yeah, they go to ambulance, yeah. No, I spit hella sick, Mr. Heavily born with the gift, yeah. Yeah, so much hate that you holding.
Sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah. Really monotone, right? I just took a pill and I sound like this.
Like we come from an era where music spoke for itself, and artists spoke as lyricists. Me getting back into this young man's game.
But why does it have to be a young man's game? If it's good, it's good. It doesn't. Oh, okay, all right.
The reason why it's a young man game, because most of the generation that our age don't purchase music like that anymore.
We would like to. Remember, we had a whole.
We did when we were that generation. We purchased the music like that. How many of us really going out and purchasing product now? Think about it.
I've purchased streams, like purchased digital product, but not physical product.
Who do you
buy? Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott.
That's your era. That's our era.
But why is it? But it's timeless. So I don't want to say era.
It's timeless for us, but the young people are not going out buying that. They're not buying that stuff.
They're streaming it.
Right, but they're streaming that kind of stuff that you're hearing now, because
that too.
Yeah. Me getting back into this record industry aspect of things, this kind of stuff right here, it's pointless to me. To me.
Right.
but not to the millions of young people who that's what they want.
No, I totally agree with you, but this is not on the level of what the sound that is good on that genre or that style is. No, he need to go back to the scoring board. Okay? No.
I would, like I said, me personally, it's something that I definitely wouldn't.
She's crying.
So if you had to like, love, or lose it, what would you say?
I would lose it.
All right now. Okay. The song. So at that rate, all right.
What's the next one?
All right. So the next one is, I believe, is Can You? And when Ladybug gets back, she'll confirm. All right. But we're just gonna play it. All right. This is the iAS Live Music Review.
Cause he do games. Girl, fucking with me. Let's go away, get rain. We don't gotta come back here again. I got drugs, we can pain. Girl, fucking with me. All of my cards are getting clean. All of my money come right away. This money can't fit inside the safe. You niggas living off Sally Mae. I'm feeling good today. Give a fuck what you say. My bitch gon' break it. Just like it's in my tank. Pussy, I let you stay. This my
It's not a mix up.
I got the things in my jeans. I got the sweat dripping off my jeans. You got the hoes on the in your dreams. I put my work.
All right, so that was she's still crying. She's still crying. We're looking for something not to make her cry. Right. So, who was that? Who was that? That was Can You?
Can You by Hello Caesar. The name of the album was called Pimp, P-I-M-P, and it was hip hop. But it's a lot of clout chasing tonight. People sounding like other people.
There's a
over here.
fear of being original.
Ain't no fear, just be yourself.
Well, yeah, realizing that the industry is not about too much about originality. They're about a quick dollar off these young people and getting. It's really no originality. The South has dominated the sound, and everyone is replicating that. But it's like when West Coast was it, and when East Coast was it. Everyone goes through their phase. The South they've been dominated for a long time now.
That's true.
And now
but they support each other, and that's
Absolutely.
why they've grown, and that's why they've expanded out and branched out so much, and that's why everybody is trying to resonate with that sound and sound like that in some sort of fashion, because they support one another.
Right.
That's how artists actually, grow in their towns and then outside. So that goes a long way. New York City, I don't know. We're a hard crowd to please. You gotta come with it.
New York is definitely the hard crowd. And New York have a certain sound, himself. Like when an artist is from like up north here, compared to the South or even West Coast, they have a certain sound, and it's more about lyrical content. So and everyone has their thing, and that's why it says as a label. The labels really don't care. It's all about making money.
So with this last track you heard, would you like Love It or Lose It, despite the mix being horrible? The idea,
I would like it.
Right? That one too, because he was like, can you stand?
And I like his flow. He had good flow.
Yes.
The only thing without that, he needed a better mix. Definitely a better mix.
That was probably the hot part. Every time he came in, they was in the studio like, they was in their height.
Okay, here we go. The name of the next song is called Don't Be Mad at Me Calm. And here's sample. Hit your sample.
Yeah, already. It's going down.
Okay.
Catch me in traffic, might pass you in the Lotus.
Is that mellow?
We gingerbread, 40s and 50 cats.
said. It's just
That's what they said.
Melo's on there.
Potato on the barrel of make chips. Wrong niggas showing up at your door like catfish. You don't wanna see me in the lobby with your nigga. I flip and catch a body like a mad cheerleader.
It's dope, but it's an issue.
I know the issue is. I want to hear the issue. All right, that was Don't Be Mad at Me. Okay,
I'm subject matter expert, and I'm gonna tell you my professional.
I'm over here amateur.
The only issue is the quality of his vocals. And,
Thank you.
And it needed to be more clean.
Because they did it in a different studio. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh.
Say that one more time.
Please. Her vocals are what we call tuned up correctly. That's number one. I can hear that she was on a different mic and she was on a better mic. But anyway, I ain't gonna go. But I could tell it was just two different studios, and then they mixed it.
So so if you can tell, that means the mix. That whoever mixed it and the engineer for those sessions, wherever they were, didn't do what they were paid to do correctly, or maybe they're just not as professional as they present themselves to be.
You can clearly hear that she's on a different mic, and the rapper dude on the other hand, or the group, whatever, is mixed different. It might be mixed by a different person.
I thought it was mellow for a minute.
Yeah, but it's hot though.
It was
But I
hot.
can't lie, that shit was hot right now. Abertruellas.
Engineer. Oh, can I have to say engineer?
My little input is just a little input, and it's really on your string. Because sometimes we get work, and they'll send their vocals from somewhere else. So, and then there are people that want to work with this rapper, but they'll have their Mickles. They'll have their vocals mixed. So the new word for mixed vocals
is Mickles. Your Mickles
they'll
ain't
have
right.
them mixed wherever they live, and they'll send them down, and that's what that sounds like. Because her and him could not have recorded in the same room. I can hear the rapper's in control of the product. The girl is just doing the hook.
Yeah, right.
And whoever her people were, they mixed it the way they wanted it to be on her end, because people have a bad habit messing up your vocals. Forgive me, Lord. But you know, if you know that's your artist and you want their sound to be their sound, we're gonna mix the vocals and send them to you.
Right, absolutely.
So she stands out, and he need to get a better person to mix those.
You know that's true. I'm gonna send you my vocals already mixed.
She's outshining them.
She's killing it as
if it's whoever song it is, they need to have control over everything. The feature person shouldn't have the control over that.
Right.
Only thing they should be doing is laying the vocals, and you have your people mix it and master the way you need it to be mixed. Overall, that song is definitely could be a banger. But they just need to mix. It's need a better mix and master.
Because the hook is great.
Yeah, I can even his flow, like the beat, everything is tight. His vocals just wasn't not mixed. Even when it comes to, you got to go back to the engineer and mixing the vocals. He has the tools to make your vocals sound like anything. All the EQ and the compressions.
What's your favorite singers?
Right, it wasn't mixed properly. His vocals weren't mixed properly.
All right, so we like it.
Yeah.
But we got to lose the mix. Yeah. So we go back in. Let's get it redone.
But it was a hot song.
And that was Don't Be Mad. And don't be mad that we can't tell y'all who the artist is, because he didn't tell us. Let's get to the next track.
Okay, moving right along. This is the last track of the evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Feel My Pain.
It's called Feel My Pain. Its artist original score is the artist's name, and the album's called Changing Lanes. The genre is MST.
What's up, y'all? Feel my pain. Everybody hold the pain. So I'ma hope you feel yours. Just let all your problems go. When I was young, I wanted to walk up in my father's steps. Didn't know that I would end up on somebody else's steps. Time went by. School just and other jobs of Bill Davis, Curtis, took my way. Through some things I can't explain, but I can tell images running through my brain. Insane. I don't know what is right or wrong.
And the girl from 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
but I
yeah.
had to move on. My division got higher. Take the beat I hit you and release it to the squire. Court system fucked up and threw a lot of drama. Tears, many tears crying out to my mama. Hard driving the system, shower this.
Alright, the artist is called Original Score. Original Score. Original Score. OS.
My sisters, shit built up the side pain, popping blisters. If you see my brother, tell him that I miss him. I want a hug and kiss him. Talk to people, listen. He gone. Keep it going. The way I see him when he thinks that I'm saying I'm scripture. Don't get mad, this ink is spitting out my pen. I can't help it and die because it's just the way I feel. Writing in the vein, I want to tell you what's real, what's great, what's real. Stop dropping all the tears. Smile now, cry later, cause things get greater later. God, listen to me, post reply to my prayers. Church ain't seen me since Omar was the mayor. Sorry I've been a stranger, I owe the Lord a favor. He kept me out of danger when I was too young. Thoughts of being wrong, trying to
way back.
They call me runaway child, cause I wanted from my life. Suicidal thoughts, I cut my wrist with a knife. 16 rifle pills floating down my throat. I change it in a second if you pass me that remote. In the sight walk.
Alright. That was Original Score. And that was called Feel My Pain. Feel My
She was
Pain.
going through it.
Okay, nice job. So did you feel it?
She was going, yeah, definitely.
So then you know that was.
expert.
Here you go. Yep.
Definitely, she was nice. How old is she? Do you guys know anything about her?
We can
Where's she
find
from?
out.
Where's she from?
That's what they said. If they send us their city, their state, where they're from, we usually will shout that out. Any
I'll do the
information that
homework
they
for you.
send us.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
She's different.
Original Score.
I also like someone at the earlier.
That was Isaac.
I am.
The one
The one that was
I am
Hallelujah.
Yeah, the
I am
Hallelujah.
Kino.
Yeah, I
But you
That
need the
record
clean
was-
version.
That
Yeah.
record was crazy though.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Ken Hampton in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Raise 'em Up Records. We like, we love, we lost. Then we liked again. Okay? It's what we do.
Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. You know, submit your music every 2 weeks. We're here live, Ladybug in the building. Okay? We got Engineera and we've got you because it's all about you. This is your platform. If you're not doing it, then we're not in business. So keep pushing your music. Ken, any words of inspiration?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I can't.
No, I just want to say, as you ladies are amazing here, and keep doing what you guys doing. It's amazing. For you artists out there, you know, continue like you're saying. Just you got to put the work in. Faith and works go hand in hand. So you got to just believe, and you got to achieve, and then you will receive.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, I've been in this all my life, and the only way I'm going to stop is when I'm in the coffin. So you got to have that mentality. And there's going to be people out there that say that you can't look past that. You can do anything that you put your mind to. It's just being persistent with it. We out here, and like I said, there's a lot to be done. So you know, you like I said, you ladies are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to this year. A lot happening coming in the next year. iAS, Raise 'em Up Records.
iAS, Raise 'em Up Records. Yes.
Listen, you're going to see a lot. You're going to hear a lot more for it. And you are the next big thing. So submit.
You are the next big thing. You.
So submit.
LA Sunshine, Treacherous 3, you already know what it is. All the independent artists, y'all need to get with the program. iAS, we know.
Hey! She makes me feel like she's my best friend.
Is review music from artists worldwide. We ask all of our viewers to like, love it, or lose it. Get him, Tiger!
His imagination.
That was cute. Oh, thank you. What was that song? Welcome back.
Wash your hands and rub your hands. You come out with shit like this.
You can hit us up at iasmusicsubmit@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on icreupre.com, ias-tv.